Well, good evening. It's me, Frank Fry, the gaming geezer, once again. And I'm going to do a after-action report on Hollow Earth Expedition game campaign that I am starting up called The Shadow of the Dragon. Now, the basic premise of the campaign, or the basic location of the campaign is the Pacific and East Asia, and probably the west coast of the United States. But the idea is it's centered around the Pacific rather than the somewhat Eurocentric stuff, and not that that's a bad thing, but I would think the Hollow Earth dinosaurs are getting a little tired of an exclusive diet of Nazis. Anyway, the main opponents in this case would be the Japanese Empire. Instead of the Gestapo, you have the Kempeitai, the Imperial Japanese Secret Police, who are some real, genuine badasses. And instead of the Thule Society, you have the Black Dragon Society. Today, at Gamesville Tabletop Gaming Store, which celebrates its 9th day of being open today, we had the character generation system. Or rather, we had the character generation session. Sorry about that. And it was a really good one. I have 4 players who just really got into it. And I'd like to take a moment here to say that Hollow Earth Expedition and the Ubiquity system are an incredibly good system. All of the people there, all of the players, picked it up pretty quickly. And we had quite a group of players, very interesting. We have Callie Williams, she owns the store, as Dr. Maxine Max Darling, super scientist, who really just likes to blow stuff up. Be an interesting character. We have Andre, and oh my God, just forgot his last name. I have it, but playing Leonard, don't call me Leonard, Ravenclaw, a very wealthy big game hunter and crack shot, etc., etc., who, as he put it, likes to help out the good guys. We have Emery Calhoun, played by Brian Wasden. Wait a minute, let me check on that. I want to make sure I got that name right, because that was such a good... Yes, Emery Floyd Calhoun, a good old boy from Tennessee, former criminal, now walking the straight and narrow, as a private investigator in order to make up for the bad stuff he's done. And Alex, I want to say Bedell, as Richard Slade, retired San Francisco police detective who's now in private practice. Already, the potential for, some fascinating group dynamics has reared its head. As immediately Alex and Brian, as their characters respectively, began playing off each other. Just the very thought of a former policeman, police detective, and a former crook who's trying to go straight, and they're both private investigators. It's just wonderful. It's just magic. This is a good, healthy start. Now, next week, since Andre is going to Connecticut, well, next week he's on deployment, and then he's going to Connecticut and will not be back until after the first of the year. which is all right. We're going to continue on for at least one more session, although truth is December with the holidays tends to be kind of a downtime for a lot of RPG campaigns. At least that's been my experience. Everybody's got a lot of other commitments, things to do. And then usually after the first of the year, it's away we go. But we'll probably do one next week. We're playing at Callie's store, Gamesville Tabletop, it's called. And it's a really nice little store. Of course, she just opened her doors, but I've already decided to order a lot of my gaming books, or as much as I can, through her to support my local business, which is what I like to do. But again, a big shout out to Jeff Combos and the crew at Exile Games for an absolutely wonderful game that people are really looking forward to playing. And next week on the, 14th of December, that'll probably be our last gathering until after the holidays. That we're probably going to do, a mystery adventure, sort of a prequel, if you will. I'm setting up the Obsidian portal page, which is what I'll use to disseminate information and things like that, and have some little extras. And I will hopefully be doing after action reports of exactly what these people are up to. Think about it. A absolutely brilliant woman, mad scientist, where she says, I like to blow stuff up, and has got the credentials to do it, I might add. A wealthy big game hunter, a reformed thief, and a retired cop, police detective, and they're all in the same team. Hot damn, this is going to be fun. The action will take place across the Pacific and locales like the Philippines, and my own creation, the Selatan Archipelago, with specifically the island of Palanaga, the Sultanate of Palanaga, my own Southern Pacific exotic setting for adventuring. In this case, Hollow Earth Expedition, and kind of think of, Joseph Conrad meets Indiana Jones. Okay? I'm looking forward to it. I've got a lot of the adversary characters done up. I've got a lot of the, going to get the backgrounds and such written up. I have see if I can find my map of Palanaga. It's going to be great. Because quite frankly, most of the stuff I've run into in terms of pulp, especially with Hollow Earth, tends to be Eurocentric. Not that there's anything wrong with it, with the Nazis being being the big bads. Well, hey, time for another big bad team to step up to the plate. Anyway, I'm looking forward to next week. I'll have another report then. Take care, everybody. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Have a good week.